Hi guys. So today I just want to talk about something. I was having this revelation today, and this is just about generally like things that have gone on within a couple days. If you're new here, by the way, I like to talk about just all this random sort of stuff, so feel free to listen. Today, I had lunch with my friend, and she wanted to go do soccer. Me, I'm not athletic at all. Not in the slightest. But I still said yes. And we went down to go play soccer after lunch. And we were playing. My feet were sore. My calf was killing me. My hips were... I was in bad shape. And normally, my response is to vent. Oh, my leg hurt. Let's stop. Oh, I'm so tired. I can't do this anymore. And instead of doing that, I said, this is good for me. I've been going to the gym lately, and I need to be more athletic. And this is only because of the Lord and because of this recent training I've had. This recent training I had was about effective people. And by the way, I have a candle lit, so don't mind my face. And what it's talking about with effective people is habits of, like positive people. And there were a couple things that stuck with me. And they reminded me of the Bible. It talks about not gossiping, not being mean, not being a jerk, being supportive of yourself and others, being loyal, being, all these different things. And some of them made me really think. Like, I wrote a lot down. And I realized I was just causing myself to be miserable, because of someone else's actions or someone else's words. I let it ruin my day or ruin, what I did, or if I, didn't want to do it anymore, I would be, And another thing is I was very gossipy and judgmental. And I've been reading my scriptures lately. It sort of clicked. Like, this might be God telling me I need to grow up a little bit. And I've only ever been very, most of my days are never calm. They're very, high energy, whether that's a good or bad emotion, high energy. And it burns me out. It makes me so upset, so annoyed, so just irritable. And then I take naps all the time. And a nap is good, but when you're just constantly just berating yourself, is it really? So, I've made my vision of what I want to be, because that's one of the things of highly effective people. Focus on your vision. Don't live your life through social media and other people. If you want to be a certain way, do it. Make your vision and go towards that vision. And another thing is independence, interdependence, and dependence. They were talking about maturity levels. And the highest is interdependence because it's about we. The lowest is dependence, which means you. And what I mean by that is interdependence says we failed as a team. How can we make this better? Independence says I failed. What can I do to make it better? And dependence is you failed. You make it better. And I don't want to be a dependence. I don't want to blame people for feeling a certain way or being a certain way. Why don't I just be happy and do what I gotta do? That's my thing to deal with. And so I've put a lot of things in place for me to start being better. I'm starting to think more proactively rather than being judgmental or being negative or being rude. Instead of being rude about the fact that I'm playing soccer and I'm not good at it, I talked about how I used to want to play soccer when I was a kid. I talked about how I was really good at baseball but never joined anything. My friend told me about, how she has been in track and soccer. I asked her those questions to get to know her better. I also hyped her up when she was running to get the ball, because I wasn't running to get the ball because my legs started really hurting. But I was like, thank you, friend, for doing this for me. I'm also going to blur out the name because I don't know if people want me to mention them on here, so. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, if you feel like you're just not the best version of you, maybe you need to do something about it. And that's what really, taught me. I've been reading my Bible, but it wasn't clicking, It wasn't fully clicking. It was clicking, but it wasn't fully clicking. And I also stopped saying, I can't. I won't. This decision has been made for me. I said, instead, I can. I'm going to try my best. Someone else may have, because I live at home, and I'm also not 18, this decision has been made. What else can we do that's similar? Just trying to be a proactive thinker. And that's mainly my thoughts. Just being better, speaking better, loving myself, like speaking to myself, in a good way. And a couple things he said that stuck with me was fertilizer is, your failure is your fertilizer. That's powerful. Like, your failure, usually people see failure as a bad thing. I'm trying to see it as a good thing because it's my fertilizer to be better. It's my fertilizer to see, oh, this is not good. What else can I do to make it better? Or what other way can I do this? Another thing he said was, don't let people take power away from you, because once you start feeling, they have already won that. Meaning, if someone tries to get a bad emotion out of you, don't react. That shouldn't be the first thing you do. There's the stimulus. You pause. You think about what you want to say. Is what I'm about to say to my character? And if not, just stop. But pause and then respond. And pause can mean a couple minutes, a day, as long as you need to think about what you want to say. And so that's another thing, not getting agitated and mean when I get a bad response. Because people are going to be people. Not everyone's going to like you. Not everybody's going to talk to you well. And instead of getting mean, you can choose to think and respond maturely. And with me and my boyfriend, there's this thing he called accountability partner. And it means just to hold the person that is your accountability partner accountable for if they don't follow through with something, or if they're not going towards their vision, or if they're just, fumbling. So me and my boyfriend, are now accountability partners, where we're going to hold each other accountable for skipping the gym, or for being mean, or for not, just things that we want to hold each other accountable for and be better as people. So, those are a lot of things that, has come out of this. And it's strengthened my relationship with God by being this way. Even though it's been a couple days, I already feel a better connection with him when I'm reading my Bible or when I'm talking to him. Because the words, I'm following the words. I'm actually trying to follow the words. You can say that you're this and that you're that, but unless you're trying to follow those words, he knows what's in your heart. And so now that I'm actually trying, like, really hard to be better, he's being better to me too. So overall, honestly, I hope you take something good out of this. Being proactive is good for you. Doing things, and also my next mini lesson, so in STTA, which is a thing I'm a part of for teachers, future teachers, it has this thing where you present an idea or you try to teach something, and my next mini lesson is going to be about stress, because I've been so stressed that I want to help others learn how to not be stressed. Today, no stress. I didn't even need a squishy. And usually I need one, honestly. To teach them how to not be stressed and ways to effectively and healthily take away that stress if need be. So, what I want you to really take away is that you're able to change. You just have to identify the problems and fix them. Think of your vision. Think of what you want. Does what you're doing align with your vision? Does what you're doing speak about your character correctly? Like, if you had if you were 80 years old and it was your birthday, what would people say about you? And that was also in the training. But think about all these things. Really think. Is this who you want to be? I'm done being philosophical now. But I hope this helps somebody out there. And be open. Be open to new opportunities, new experiences, talking to people that you normally don't. Like, I was talking to this person today, and I walked with them in the hallway. It's okay to make new experiences, to talk to people, to change. And to also change your opinion about other people or other things. It's okay to change, to evolve. That's okay. That's being a person. But anyway, in any event, this is where I'm going to conclude the video. I hope that you guys enjoyed my little rant, my little ramble. And I hope that you'll come back next time. Thank you. Bye.